Hi guys, welcome back to the Stephen's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making a fall favorite. We're going to be making pumpkin bread, but even better, chocolate chip pumpkin bread. So I'm going to run you guys through the ingredients and we're going to get right on into it. The things you are going to need for this is you're going to need a stick of salted butter, some butter flavored shortening or regular flavored shortening, brown sugar, white sugar, some eggs. I have some all-purpose flour, some pumpkin pie spice, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. I have a 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree. Make sure it's just plain pumpkin puree, not pre-made pumpkin pie filling, some vanilla extract, and I have some mini chocolate chips. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is I'm actually going to pop my shortening and butter on into the microwave for about 30 seconds just to get it a little bit softer so that I can cream it up with the sugar. So I will see you guys in a minute. While I have my butter and shortening melting in the microwave, I am just going to get my mini chocolate chips. And with my spatula, I'm just going to throw in about a tablespoon of flour and give that a nice stir. The reason why you do this is so the chocolate chips will sort of cling onto the batter. Oh, lost one. They'll cling onto the batter and they won't just kind of go to the bottom of your pumpkin bread. So now that we have that, we'll move on to the next step. So now that I have my butter and shortening softened a little bit, I am just going to take my brown sugar and my white sugar and I am going to throw those on into the bowl and I'm just going to work these together until they're nice and fluffy and creamed together. So now that I have my butter and sugar creamed together, I'm going to take my 3 eggs. I'm going to dump those on in. Alright, so that is exactly what you are looking for in your mixture, nice and fluffy. So now that we have our eggs incorporated into the mixture, we're going to move on to the best part, which is the pumpkin puree. So again, I said in the beginning, you want to make sure that you're not getting pre-made pumpkin pie mix that has a ton of sugar in it. You want plain pumpkin puree because we're sweetening in our stuffs and we want to be able to put in the spices that we want to put in. So now I'm just going to fold in my pumpkin puree into my sweet mixture until it is all incorporated. This looks so good already and it is nowhere near done. Alright, so if you look really closely, you can see that it starts to look like it's breaking a little bit in the batter. That is completely fine. That just happens when you're working with pumpkin puree. So this looks absolutely perfect, and I'm going to move on to our dry mix next. Next thing I'm going to add in is just a little bit of my vanilla extract. Not imitation vanilla. Regular vanilla extract. Next step is we're going to throw in our dry ingredients, and you want to make sure that you, at this point, if you haven't already switched over from your whisk, you want to make sure that you have your spatula and just take your time and really gently, you're going to fold in your dry mix in with the pumpkin. You don't want this to come out dense. You want a nice, fluffy, moist bread. And if you overmix, that's not what you're going to get. So I'm just going to take my time and incorporate this. Alright, and now the last step, we're going to be mixing in our chocolate chips that we mixed with a little bit of flour. And we're just going to fold those in. Now I like to use mini chocolate chips. You can use regular size if you want. I just think that the mini work a little bit better in this. That way it's not too much chocolate in your mouth at once. Okay, so now that I have my beautiful batter, it's nice and thick and fluffy, I am just going to throw it into a prepared pan. So I just wipe this down with a little bit more of my butter flavored shortening. You can use some cooking spray, you can use some oil, whatever you have. This is just what I'm using. And so I don't have a loaf pan or a bud pan, but if you do, use those, it'll work great. This is just all I have, so I'm using an 8x8 square pan. So I am just going to put this batter on in to my pan, and this makes a really big batch of bread. You could even throw this into 2 pans if you wanted, or you could make muffins out of this as well. That would be lovely. So I'm just going to spread this out. Alright. Now this baby is going to go into a prepared oven, 350 degrees for about 45 minutes. Get it all off my hands are clean. All right. So again, I'm throwing this into an oven, 350 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes, or until a toothpick or a knife goes into the middle and comes out with no wet batter on it. And I will show you guys what that looks like. Okay, my bread was in the oven for about 55 minutes, so a little bit longer than I was expecting, but that's okay. It is done. So now we're gonna slice into it because I can't wait any longer. So because I don't have the proper pan, whenever I make banana bread or pumpkin bread, I sort of just slice it on an angle. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, but I don't like the end slice. Ooh, yes. Oh, come here, come close. Look at the steam. Look at the moistness. It almost looks like a cake. Well, it kind of is a cake, but look at that. All right, we gotta try this. And I don't like it overly chocolate chippy, which is why we didn't add that many, but you could always add more if you'd like, but that's just how I like it. All right, let's give this a taste. So good. Better than anything that you will get at the Starbucks drive-thru. And you guys saw how easy this is. And right now, canned pumpkin is everywhere. So it's really accessible to get. So as always, I will throw down in the description box below the recipe so that you guys can make this at home. If you have any questions, comment down below. And until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!